Welcome to another episode where we dive into the intricate and often surprising lives of celebrities. The world of entertainment is never quiet, and just when it seemed the long and winding relationship between Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin had come to a close, a new twist took everyone by surprise. This time, Brooke Bailey enters the narrative, and social media is absolutely buzzing with excitement and curiosity. But what truly transpired in this tangled drama between Chrissy, Jim, and Brooke? And how did it end up so complicated? Buckle up as we uncover every angle in this roller coaster of emotions, twists, and turns. To fully grasp the dynamics at play, let us take a look at the background of Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's long relationship and the recent introduction of Brooke Bailey. These three individuals have captivated audiences for years, but today it is not their achievements in music and television or their glamorous lives on social media that have fans hooked. It is the undeniable drama unfolding behind the scenes, sparking endless speculation across social platforms. Our journey into this story begins with a single photograph, a snapshot of Jim Jones with a visible bruise under his eye, a seemingly small detail that became the spark for an explosive story. To understand the significance of recent events, we must reflect on Jim and Chrissy's long-standing relationship, which has survived countless ups and downs over the last 15 years. Their journey together was anything but easy, facing multiple breakups, intense arguments, and a dramatic engagement that became a defining moment in their shared history. However, this time Chrissy felt ready to end things once and for all. Friends close to the couple shared that Chrissy was at peace with her decision. Despite the pain and years they had shared, fans believed this to be the final chapter of their relationship, marking an end to an era. Yet love and heartbreak rarely follow a straight line, and things took an unexpected turn following the official breakup. News broke that Jim was seen growing close to Brooke Bailey, sparking fresh rumors and questions. What made this twist so hard for Chrissy to accept was not only the swift move from breakup to newfound love, but the fact that Jim and Brooke reportedly married shortly after the split. Chrissy's world shifted in an instant, leaving her feeling blindsided and betrayed, and she knew she had to return to Jim's residence one last time to collect her things and close that chapter. Little did she know that this visit would mark the beginning of an unforgettable confrontation. When Chrissy arrived at Jim's house, her intentions were clear. She simply wanted to retrieve her belongings and move on from a relationship that had defined much of her life. However, as she arrived, she noticed that Brooke Bailey was also present. Tensions were already high, and the atmosphere became increasingly uncomfortable as the two women found themselves face to face in an awkward and unavoidable confrontation. According to witnesses, the exchange of words quickly became heated as both Chrissy and Brooke attempted to assert their own feelings and rights over Jim's past and present. As emotions boiled over, the verbal argument transitioned into a physical altercation, and Jim Jones found himself in the middle of a storm. In an attempt to separate the two women, Jim attempted to intervene. However, he found himself caught up in the chaos, resulting in the now famous bruise under his eye that sparked the entire media frenzy. Witnesses reported that despite Jim's efforts to keep peace, the altercation spiraled out of control, with Chrissy and Brooke unable to hold back the resentment that had been simmering for weeks. The tension of the moment, the emotional weight of years of shared memories, and heartbreak all culminated in that one explosive confrontation. Social media reactions and fan theories. Once the image of Jim with the bruised eye surfaced on social media, fans immediately began speculating on what had truly happened. Some theorized that Chrissy's anger stemmed from the sudden nature of Jim and Brooke's marriage, while others suggested that Brooke's presence during Chrissy's visit was calculated. Theories abounded, with some fans believing that Brooke may have purposefully instigated the altercation, knowing that emotions were raw and that Jim's long relationship with Chrissy was still fresh in everyone's minds. Social media was flooded with memes poking fun at the situation, highlighting the dramatic triangle between Chrissy, Jim, and Brooke. A popular meme depicted Jim holding an ice pack with the caption, "When your ex and your new love get along just a little too well." The memes sparked a mix of laughter and serious conversations, with fans divided between those who sympathized with Chrissy for defending what they viewed as her territory and those who felt Chrissy had taken things too far. Some fans questioned Brooke's decision to marry Jim so quickly after his split from Chrissy, arguing that this rapid transition was bound to create friction and misunderstanding. Team Chrissy versus Team Jim and Brooke. As the debate continued, fans started forming sides. Team Chrissy and Team Jim and Brooke were soon trending with passionate opinions on both ends. Team Chrissy fans argued that after 15 years of loyalty and patience, Chrissy deserved respect and sensitivity from Jim, who they believed had moved on too quickly for them. Jim's sudden marriage to Brooke felt like a betrayal, and they viewed Chrissy's anger as an understandable reaction to a very emotional situation. Many fans who sided with Chrissy believed that if she did hit Jim, it was a reflection of her pent-up frustration and heartbreak, something she had been holding back for a long time. On the other side, Team Jim and Brooke called for a more peaceful approach, emphasizing that sometimes people just need to move on in their own way. Fans who supported Jim felt that it was unfair to assume his new relationship with Brooke was purely an act of insensitivity toward Chrissy. They believed Chrissy's focus should now be on healing and moving forward without dwelling on the past. No matter how painful it might have been for them, the focus was not on who was right or wrong, but on how each person could find their own way to happiness without getting caught up in confrontations and conflicts. Sympathy for Jim and questions about Brooke's role. As the drama unfolded, some fans began expressing sympathy for Jim, noting that the bruise served as a physical reminder of just how intense breakups can become when unresolved emotions are involved. Many questioned whether Brooke was fully prepared for the emotional baggage that came with marrying someone who had been in a high-profile relationship for so many years. Others pointed out that while Brooke had every right to be with Jim, her decision to marry him so soon after his split from Chrissy suggested that she may have underestimated the complications and emotional turmoil involved. Today's scoop has the potential to drastically change your life, so hold on tight and prepare for an exciting journey examining the unexpected relationship between reality TV personality Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones. We're exploring the world of celebrity romantic turmoil and shocking revelations. Recent allegations suggest that Jim Jones, a well-known singer and dramatist, may have secretly dated Brooke Bailey. Jim's public breakup with his long-term girlfriend was only a few weeks prior to this disclosure after partner Chrissy Lampkin's twist. Fans are eager and prepared for answers before the action begins. Despite the deluge of misleading information on social media, followers are forced to piece together the facts. For anyone who might have missed it, a summary of this extraordinary change in circumstances must be given. Let's review the key points and consider what each party may be affected by. There is a fascinating picture that has gone viral, showing Brooke and Jim laughing, cuddling, and wait for it, wearing bridal gowns. The historical context: Jim and Chrissy's recent split after 15 years of dating was not only shocking, but it also signaled the end of a difficult time. Jim was reportedly ready to move on not just with anyone, but with the well-known Brooke Bailey, who is most renowned for her role on Basketball Wives. In the weeks following Chrissy's public announcement that she was officially done and moving on, their public appearances were initially dismissed as coincidences. However, when that now famous photo surfaced online, it became evident that there was a relationship between the two stars in the same orbit, as their body language nearly shouted passion. Fans question whether Brooke and Jim were married, given that Brooke is modestly clad in a white gown and Jim appears well-dressed. Though not everyone is convinced, the embraces and grins portray a happy moment that goes beyond a photo session. Critics say this might be a marketing gig, all set for a future photo shoot or project, maybe a reality program or music video. When you're in the spotlight, it can be hard to tell the difference between real happenings and planned promotional stunts. Many questions have arisen from these discussions, such as whether this wedding is real, how fast Jim moved on, and what it means for Chrissy, who is still coping with their split. According to some supporters, the sudden infatuation could be explained by the fact that Jim and Brooke's affair began while he was still seeing Chrissy. Since Jim and Chrissy posted a lot of information about their relationship on social media, there are differing views on whether the divorce is genuine. While some celebrate the new friendship, others blame Jim for wasting Chrissy's years by moving on so fast. "That's crazy," said one fan, while another noted, "People move on, it's just part of life." This information could lead to a negative portrayal of Jim as unfaithful, and some continue to hope that this is merely a marketing gimmick since, ultimately, we cannot trust what we see on social media. Chrissy Lampkin is currently in the news as well. How is she going to react to all of this? Will she say something to refute the rumors, or will she remain silent? Given her reputation for honesty, some even believe that after regrouping, she will return to reality TV to give viewers a close-up look at her journey. On the other hand, Brooke Bailey's dating life has been filled with highs and lows, but fans are excited that this engagement could open up new personal and professional opportunities for them both. However, marrying Jim Jones comes with its own set of challenges, especially since everyone is constantly watching them. After years of emotional highs and lows, comparisons to Chrissy, who was crucial in Jim's life, will surely arise. Are rumors of a wedding true, as we wonder if Jim Jones's marriage to Brooke Bailey is a genuine love story or merely a publicity stunt? He has the opportunity to start over. However, there is no doubt that the discussion surrounding them will continue for a while. What are your thoughts? Is this just another chapter in the history of reality TV? Or did Brooke and Jim truly tie the knot? Is it an attempt to grab our attention, or a new start for both? Please leave your remarks in the space provided below. To stay up to date on the latest celebrity rumors and scandals, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also click the notification bell to receive alerts when we post a new scoop. Following few days, the stress only worsened. Jim recalled the loud, accusatory, and emotional altercations that broke out between Chrissy and Rashi. He grew increasingly frustrated at his inability to put an end to their arguments. Everything he attempted seemed to stoke the flames even more. He couldn't make peace between the woman he loved and his sister, whom he had always supported. Then the day arrived when everything changed. Jim was still able to remember the intense exchange. Chrissy was furious that day and, as expected, screamed at Rashi, accusing her of stealing the money again. In response, Rashi defended herself. Jim stood between them, despite the accusations, and attempted to defuse the situation again. However, as Chrissy continued to press the issue, Jim was overwhelmed by the intensity of the emotions. His own feelings erupted out of control as something within him snapped. Jim struggled to accept the consequences of his actions. The incident was spoken about on social media and made headlines as soon as it received a lot of attention. Everyone had an opinion, but nobody knew the full tale or the feelings. Jim understood that no amount of background could justify his actions since he had hurt someone he loved. Regardless of the chaos that had preceded them or the intensity of his sorrow for what he had done, he'd have to put up with it. Jim claimed that Rashid's claims were never fully resolved and that it was still unclear whether the funds had been stolen or if the mistake had left the family permanently damaged. Shai and Rashid's hostility never truly went away, but for Jim, the most important thing was that he worked hard to rebuild the trust that had been damaged that day, even though it was challenging to get back in touch with Chrissy. Rehabilitation was a difficult and drawn-out process. Jim reflected on his history and expressed his sincere regrets, understanding more than ever how easily emotions may spiral out of control and how a fit of wrath can do irreversible damage. He believed that by sharing his tale, others might learn from his mistakes. He made the same choices, but Jim was determined to learn from the experience and prove himself, ensuring that nothing like that ever happened again. Even though he knew that no amount of explanation could make up for what had happened, Jim had experienced a horrible and disagreeable period in his life, but it was also a lesson on accountability. Jim's primary objectives during this period were to continue growing as a person and strengthen his bonds with those he loved, including learning to forgive and understanding the importance of controlling one's emotions before they cause irreparable damage. Hi, and thanks for returning to the channel. The video today will focus on the most recent scandal that has been sweeping the internet. A few minutes ago, anonymous sources published a picture of Christian Gold, the husband of basketball player Jennifer Williams, cuddling with an unnamed lady. Fan sympathies for Jennifer, who appears to be dealing with yet another emotional storm, are tremendous, and the internet is ablaze with replies. Let's examine all that we now know about the matter, including the enigmatic picture, Jennifer's relationship issues, and the developing conjecture over potential outcomes. The image that went viral earlier today seems to show Christian Gold in a private moment with a woman who may be a Basketball Wives co-star. However, it hasn't been made public who she is. Fans had little reason to disbelieve the photograph's ambiguous message, which reads, "Keep silent." The picture says it all. With rumors circulating, people swiftly flocked to social media to voice their shock and disgust over the situation, raising the possibility that Jennifer Williams' marriage is in danger. This might hint that Jennifer and Christian Gold's relationship is coming to an end. Gold has only recently married the reality TV star, so he is aware of how serious the scenario is. Let's look back at Jennifer Williams' tumultuous past relationships. Jennifer first became well known as a cast member of Basketball Wives, where her personal life played a big role in the drama of the program. Over the years, her romantic endeavors have been tainted by betrayal and tragedy. Jennifer's first well-known partnership was with an NBA player. Following her separation from footballer Eric Williams, the show covered the rocky marriage's nasty divorce. Tim Norman was an entrepreneur that Jennifer dated, but their relationship also ended badly. Jennifer's personal life was further traumatized when Tim was later charged with conspiracy to commit murder against his nephew. Despite these setbacks, Jennifer persisted in her search for love and eventually found Christian Gold. However, her most recent marriage now appears to be having problems due to the appearance of this new suspicious photo, adding yet another chapter to her history of romantic difficulties. Before they were married in September 2024, just a few days before their planned wedding in Paris, Christian was arrested for violating probation related to a previous false imprisonment charge. Although the judge permitted him to attend the wedding in Paris, Christian was obliged to return to serve the remainder of his sentence right away. Because of this legal drama, some fans conjectured that Christian might not be the best candidate for Jennifer's marriage. Others voiced concern on social media, cautioning Jennifer that Christian might not have the greatest motives and that she might be ignoring Christian's issues in the hopes of finding enduring love. The cozy photo's recent release only serves to confirm these worries. Christian's legal issues may have been the start of a larger problem that Jennifer may not have fully recognized until now. According to several admirers, one of the most significant inquiries concerning this scandal is who the woman in the picture is. There are reports that she may co-star in Basketball Wives, but neither is confirmed. This uncertainty is causing fans to speculate even more, with some thinking that the woman might be someone Jennifer knows personally, adding to the drama. Sources close to the show have implied that Christian Gold was not popular with Jennifer's castmates,